Hello, guys. Welcome to our channel. Just sit back, relax, and laugh with us as we talk about random and sometimes hilarious topics. If you're new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new episodes. Thank you.
Welcome back. Today we're going to discuss a topic that I think a lot of us have experienced. I assume. I know marami ding humuhugot because
Oy.
they can relate so much to this. Anong topic to,
Hindi ko
Kate?
rin alam eh. Nakakurious
Alam,
ako.
alam mo to.
Alam ko to?
Mm-mm.
O sige, manguhula ako.
Mm.
Does it start with a G?
Yes. Yes.
Alam ko na. Ghosting.
Tama. Galing mo
Ganun talaga. Hugot ko
Relate
yun
ba?
eh.
Di ba? Maraming humuhugot dito sa topic na to. And
So-
it seems na parang very common na kasi siya these days.
Oo. So, ano ba ang definition ng ghosting?
Personal definition or should we refer to Wikipedia?
Pwede naman, let us refer to Wikipedia. Let's see what it says.
Ito, I looked it up and sa Wikipedia, it says that ghosting is a term used to describe the practice of ceasing all communication and contact with a partner, friend, or similar individual without any apparent warning or justification and subsequently ignoring any attempts to reach out or communicate made by said partner, friend, or individual. So in layman's term, naglaho siyang parang bula.
Tama, oo.
Mm-mm.
And I think important then to point out na it's not only limited to potential interest. So for this topic kasi we have invited a friend of mine, si Nico.
Hello.
Hi. Para meron naman tayong male perspective ulit, 'di ba? So with that description in mind, let's dive into it. Have you ever been ghosted before? How did that make you feel?
Ironically, alam mo yung dalawa ko eh.
Oh.
Yung dalawang tumatatak sa akin eh. Kasi, I believe that ghosting kasi, mararamdaman mo lang naman ginost ka if talagang that person parang important sa'yo. May vested interest ka or something. Basta you're really...
May emotional investment ka towards that person.
Yeah. Whether they still feel the same way back or actually never felt it, hindi mo na control yun. Pero ikaw, sobrang invested ka, kaya ka lang naman talaga mag-ghost. So ako, I initiate it. If ako talaga yung makipag-break sa girl, I tell them straight up na this isn't working for me, hindi ko gino-ghost. The girls that ghosted me, especially the first one, I understand why she had to ghost me. Because that's the only way to get me off her back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ngayon.
Kami nun eh. And imagine having your best friend and yung taong yun kausap mo every single day for like 5-6 years. Kasi nag-uusap kayo, tapos bigla nilang mawala. So parang yun lang. I just didn't know how to cope at that time and I became like really, somebody who had to be ghosted. The second one naman that ghosted me, yung girl na yun, parang after nung girl na yun, ito yung linigawan ko for like over a span of like 6 years on and off.
Wow.
Pero
Porsigido siya.
yung dulo lang, dulo. But this girl talaga always ghosted me. At sometimes, pagka free siya, magre-reply siya. Very, kasi siya? Career-oriented. Yung talagang may checkbox, yung may checklist siyang chichikan niya. Kailangan yung checkin yung mga.
Pero hindi ako makamove on dun sa 6 years. 6 years, I was happy to pursue, on and off. And then, he always ghosted you.
Nung dulo naman, yung pinakahuling ghost niya, after like a year, or mga a year and a half, she actually messaged me and she said sorry for the last ghosting. Kasi,
May ganun.
I understand, kasi talaga yung nangyari dun sa huling ghosting na yun. Nung huli talaga, actually, we were dating na.
Pero refreshing siya for me when you said na she messaged you and then nag-sorry siya for the last ghosting. Kasi
Oo.
diba, parang the usual stories, parang when somebody ghosts you, that's it. Like, you don't really hear from them ever again.
Yeah, sa sobrang refreshing nga, naalala ko yung exact moment na na-receive ko yung message. Nasaan ako? Parang,
Diba? Kasi sobrang parang hindi naman usually nangyayari.
yeah.
Hindi
But,
talaga.
at yun nga, I understood why she ghosted me. Kasi nandun talaga sa repertoire niya yun. And based sa mga nangyayari sa kanya, yun yung first instinct na gagawin niya. Kasi nga, 6 years ko naman liniligawan. I always feel we had chemistry except, yun lang talaga. She very checkboxy siya.
So,
Okay.
yung 2 instances na nag-ghost ka, you said, how did that make you feel? Yung sa first kasi sabi mo, you know naman parang it's what, that needed to happen.
Ngayon. Then,
Okay.
It destroyed me.
Okay.
Hindi ka na akong matanggal sa college nun. Dahil ganun kalala yun.
Totoo ba?
Oh! It happened over summer break eh. Just before midterms, wala akong pinasang ni isang long test sa lahat ng subject ko.
Oh my.
Sin
Grabe.
Dodota na lang ako, ganun. Talagang, wala. Talagang inconsolable ako. Kasi around that time, sobrang dami rin nangyari sa akin eh. Dagdag pa dun, but yun talaga yung pinaka-umano sa akin. Kasi nga, imagine losing somebody you talk to every single day ng 6 years. Parang ganun.
So, did it help ba na she apologized?
The first one, we actually saw each other like, 5-6 years later at a party. Tapos, I just straight up asked her why she did it. Tapos, bakit siya nakipag-break sa akin nung time na yun. Tapos may mga sinabi. Ayun, I had closure naman few years later.
At least nakuha mo pa rin yung closure na yun.
Oo.
Kasi you needed it. Hanggang sa hindi mo nakukuha yung answer to the why, parang hindi ka completely makaka-move forward.
Especially dun sa girl na yun. Kasi alam niyo, yun nga, like I said, it completely changed me yung breakup na yun after that. Really?
Hindi, pero syempre looking at it from this point, would you say na that experience made you a better person naman?
Now.
Or would you still, now?
Oh yeah.
Or would you still say, talaga it broke you? Hindi naman siguro.
It broke kid me. Which alam naman natin, yung favorite sinasabi ko, crush the unicorns. Diba? The unicorns of kids need to be crushed and somebody's going to crush it. Yung mga no happy endings, ganyan, it helps. It helps put perspective with other things na mangyayari sa buhay.
Kasi we didn't study the same course, but sometimes nagmi-meet kami sa campus and he looked like super stressed, super depressed. I think nabanggit ko rin yun sa'yo at some point eh. Sabi ko parang tumanda ka, like yung itsura mo. Kasi parang sobrang down.
Yeah. So yeah, it really, really did a number on me. But looking back and all of the experiences where I am now, life happens.
So how long after till you picked up the pieces?
Yung same as doon sa yung nakuha ko yung text na yun, yung nasabi ko dun yung message na yun from the other girl. I can also remember the day na masasabi kong good na ako. Yeah, one day I just woke up and parang ready na ako.
On that note, Jay, I think gusto naman marinig ng ating guest ang experiences natin. So why not start with you?
I'm trying to recall. Feeling ko kasi it has happened more than once. Pero for some reason, I am only remembering one instance. So this guy, we were going out lang naman, several months lang. And then, he went on a vacation, like a weekend trip out of the country. And then pagbalik niya, hindi na siya nagparamdam.
Oh my.
Prior to that, may certain occasion na nag-effort pa siya. Parang I wouldn't think na mangyayari yun. Na parang it really came as a surprise. Na wala na lang talaga siya bigla.
Okay, so how, humingi ka rin ba ng closure? Or like, paano mo hinandle yun?
I think I tried to reach out to, kasi nung una, they were going on a trip, like a family trip. So alam mong hanggang gantong day lang siya. And by this day, most likely nakabalik na sila. So nag-message ako to check, parang welcome back, ganyan. And then wala, hindi siya sumagot. So nung hindi siya sumagot, hindi naman ako agad na feel bad. Parang napaisip pa nga ako na, okay lang ba sila? May nangyari kaya sa kanila? Yung gano'n, na parang did they make it back safely? Parang something like that. Yung concerned ka pa at first.
Yeah.
Tapos, nung nag-message ulit siguro ako to check, tapos hindi pa rin siya nag-reply, parang yun na yun.
Tapos parang
So,
hinayaan
how
mo
did
na
that-
lang.
Oo. Kasi what else can you do, di ba?
True. So, hindi ka naman naghahanap ng closure or what? Like, you're not looking for the why?
I would say oo. Kasi during that time, lagi kong sinasabi sa sarili ko na okay lang naman na sabihin niya kung bakit. I can take it naman. Whatever his reasons could be. Kesa naman, parang it leaves you feeling na may nagawa ba ako? May nasabi ba ako? Di ba? Yung parang it leaves you with so many questions na hindi mo alam, anong nangyari?
Okay, so how did that make you feel?
It made me question myself. Kasi, yung parang iniwan ka sa ere na parang hindi mo ina-expect na mangyayari. So, tingin ko nga yung pagiging overthinkers natin, nanggaling siya dito eh. Nanggaling siya doon sa mga instances na ganito.
Yeah.
Na parang when people do something to make you overthink the situation, it makes you overthink na what you did not do, what you said, what you did not say.
Yeah.
Parang ganon. Turned me into that kind of person.
For me, I think nagsistem siya doon sa I really didn't have a healthy self-esteem back until high school. Actually, until college pa nga some part ng college. And alam ni Miko yan.
Yep.
So, I really didn't have like, if you tell me when I was in high school that I'll be doing a podcast right now, tatawanan lang kita. Pero that's a topic for another time.
Yeah. That's my ghosting experience. Kung ikaw, anong masashare mo?
Nako, baka abutin tayo ng anong oras dito. Recently, and when I spent mga within 2 years,
Okay.
kasi ako, sumali ako sa mga dating apps, di ba? And dating websites, gano'n. So, alam mo naman, like, I'm not saying all of them, but most of the guys that are on there, they want one thing. And when they know na you can't give that to them, wala na. I-ghost na. So, there was this guy na nakausap ko nga. And usap. And then when he found out nga that I was a Christian, tinanong niya ako straight up, like, do you practice abstinence? So, of course. Kasi Christian nga eh. You can't be a Christian and just be selective of what you believe in. You have to believe the word, like all of it. So, pwedeng mag-mix and match na just to fit your narrative, right?
Yeah, or just whichever works for you.
Oo. So, I'm never, hindi naman ako nahihiyang aminin yun eh. Actually, proud pa sa fact na yun. Sabihin yun, nag-ghost na ako.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Oo, pero how did I feel about, hindi naman ako na-hurt kasi parang inisip ko, if you can't accept me who I am, then, good riddance. It's better to stop it na maaga pa lang, di ba? Kung ganun din lang. But there was this other, itong isa, matinong kausap. And then I think we talked for about a month. And then he went back to some other country. yun din, bigla na lang nawala. As in, yun. So, overthinker, di ba? Para napaisip ako, check ko ba yung mga messages? Sabi ko, parang off dito. I never saying anything naman na nakaka-offend or whatever. Pero yun nga, and then eventually, I found out that he found a girlfriend na doon, kung saan man siya. I wouldn't say that I got hurt doon sa instances na yun. Kasi, yung sa first one, as in, whatever. Pero dito sa second one, parang confused. Not exactly hurt or it didn't, hindi naman ako sobrang lalungkot doon or what. Wala namang ganun. Like, confused lang. Kasi parang, I had
What
experiences. Oo. Like, I had experiences before na ganun din, na wala ring reason. And hindi na siya nangyari for a very long time. And then ngayon nangyari ulit. So, yun. So, sa side naman ng friends, meron din ako. Hindi lang sa
so
potentials.
Ito not potentials. Okay,
No,
sa friends naman.
Friends naman, oo. So, I've been friends with them for...
Them?
Yeah, for a number of
this
years na.
This is not just one person?
No.
Okay.
For a number of years na. Like, more than 5 years. Friends for a really time, but like yung talagang close, siguro mga 5 years or more. And then, nung time na yon, we saw each other regularly. Di ba, Miko?
Oh.
Yun. We saw each other regularly. And nung nag-graduate na ng high school, bigla na lang, hindi na, as in, completely cut off all communication. Ako, nag-reach out pa ako. Like, kasi hindi ko gets na parang, bakit biglang nawala? Before, parang lagi tayong nag-uusap, ganyan, and masaya naman. So, nag-reach out ako, like, text ako ng text, like, oh, what's happening? Are you okay? So, yun, like you, worried ako na meron bang nangyari? Like, did something happen? Ganon. So, and then sa simula, iniisip ko pa nga na para, ako pa nagbibigay ng excuse sa kanya. Like, baka wala siyang load. Kaya hindi siya nagre-reply.
Okay.
Lalim.
Oo, di ba? As in,
akala ko, binibigyan mo siya ng load.
hindi. Hindi, mas matindi yung binigay ko. Excuse, besh.
Excuse, gets ko yan. Yung tinatry mo pang i-justify kung ano kaya yung possible reasons why.
Oo. So, ang conclusion nun is, hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa rin alam why they stopped talking to me.
So, you get closure.
I did not get closure, and honestly, at this point, I don't think I'll ever get it, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Kasi,
but you never saw them again.
I did, like once or twice, but it was awkward. Kasi nga, maybe, kasi I value friendships eh. Like, Miko knows this. We don't really talk a lot. Like, we're best friends, but ang tagal na namin hindi nag-uusap. Kasi for me, once you're my friend for life.
Yeah.
Ganun yung pananaw ko. So, it pains me that somebody would just, throw that out of the window. Na parang with no explanations, no reasons whatsoever. At least, like, no matter how hard I racked my brain, like, as to why, or is there something I did, or was there something I said, hindi ko talaga maisip. So, at some point, sinabi ko na lang na bahala na. And I did my part naman, I reached out, pero wala pa rin. I guess at some point, just have to say na, just have to let go.
Wala ako talagang experience when it comes to friends ghosting. So, yung ni-share mo bago siya sa akin. Pero parang I have heard of parang similar stories din nga.
I have a lot more experiences.
Wow!
But wag na natin.
But let's limit it to 2. So if you have questions lang, you can direct them naman to Kay.
Oh, wow!
Just comment and then she'll do her best to answer them. So we've all been ghosted or experienced being ghosted. Ang question naman now is, have you ghosted somebody? Nobody wants to start.
Reverse order naman.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, I have.
Why?
Yun din.
What was the situation?
it was one of the guys from the dating app. This different from the guy that I mentioned earlier. This one was really very inappropriate. So, ayun, I just stopped replying. And it's not like he has been sending messages like regularly. I think he got the hint. And I told him naman. I made it clear to him that I said this is not appropriate.
At least you sent him a very clear message. Kasi if you told him straight up na I think what you're asking is inappropriate, pero you keep responding pa rin, parang medyo confusing siya.
Yeah, kasi for me, I kept on giving him chances na kasi. And just when you think na, oy, mukhang okay na naman, and then he goes and does something like that.
Like, laging bumabalik doon.
Yeah. So parang
Ganun
ako,
ba?
oo. So parang ako, ayoko na. Parang, I want to make it clear this time. And on the other end na rin of that. And I know how confusing it is kung walang reason, kung hindi mo nga sinabi yung reason. So at least kahit paano, may closure din. And I guess I can say now na we ghosted each other. Pero ako yung unang hindi na nag-reply.
Ako naman, I'm not proud, pero nagawa ko na rin siya. Like, I just stopped replying. And, yun nga, I admit na I could have done it in a better way. Pero, I think that is the thing with ghosting. Minsan kasi you feel like it's the easier thing to do.
Yeah.
Than to address something or to have to confront somebody about how you feel or
kasi I think people think na it's easier to just not talk, to just stop communication rather than face the problem.
Yeah, kasi minsan it feels as though when the more you say, parang the higher the chance na baka maka-hurt ka pa ng ibang tao. So minsan, it's really just easier to not say anything. So I think dun ang gagaling din talaga the whole concept of ghosting.
Because nobody wants to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, oo. That's
so,
true. It's true
ghost
naman.
this person nga.
Basta something happened and then we stopped communicating. And then when he reached out again, parang, alam mo parang you're not feeling it na rin. Yun nga, I admit na parang during that time, parang ayoko nang i-elaborate pa. Like, I didn't want to explain myself further. So parang hindi na lang ako ano yun?
Were you angry?
No.
They just did something na parang, or you just found something na parang...
Ay, hindi. No, the person didn't do anything. Kumbaga, something happened, like an event happened, and then he stopped messaging. Tapos, after mga several months, nag-reach out ulit siya. And then, during that time, alam mo yun, parang wala ka na dun. Now that you're messaging me again, parang I'm not feeling it anymore. Parang tinamad na lang ako mag-explain. Naging mas madali na lang yung hindi na lang pag-reply, parang ganun. I admit, I kind of do feel bad din naman about it kasi nga feeling ko nga na it would be better na to say it nicely.
Yeah. So, Nico, how about you?
Well, the people I ghost, honestly, they just never really became that important enough to me for me to feel na I needed to actually reach out. Yun lang. Kaya ako nag-ghost ng tao.
So, ang ano ko dito, ang na-realize ko really is, yung syempre pag nag-ghost ka, may effect talaga sa'yo emotionally. It just depends, kasi yung the pain and the hurt, it depends on the level of relationship you have with that person na bigla na lang nawala.
Yeah.
Diba? Tulad ng case kasi ni Nico, they were in a relationship like 5-6 years. So it's really painful for that person to just disappear out of the blue. Pero yung mga nasa-share natin naman, Parang it's more of you're still getting to know the person and then bigla siya nawala. So technically, hindi ka pa talaga masyadong emotionally
Involved.
invested.
Yeah.
Oo.
Parang ako kasi, I know na nag-expect na talaga yung tao. I have the common courtesy to actually say na, look, I don't think it is working out. Pero, yun, pagka hindi pa naman umaabot dun or ako mismo sa utak ko,
There's no need naman.
there's no need naman. So, why even tuloy pa?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
If you
Ako,
feel that person is waiting for
Oo.
an explanation from you,
Yeah.
might as well give that person the explanation na he wants to hear.
Mm.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
again, it depends kasi case to case yan, depending on the person. Kasi di ba may mga tao na there's two types of people. Yung isa, I want to hear the truth no matter how painful it is. But alam mo, it's gonna hurt for a while, but then I'm gonna be able to move forward knowing na okay, this is what happened. So I can improve myself. I will be a better version of myself. Okay lang, thank you. Dahil pinaalam mo sa akin kung maybe what I needed to improve on or whatsoever. Pero there's also this type of people na I don't wanna hear it. Just don't tell me. Ayokong marinig. And ano din, di ba? Did you realize na yung ghosting, nauso lang din talaga siya lately dahil most of yung setup natin, we don't really see these people on a regular basis.
Para ibalik ko lang yun dun sa yung mga nung panahon na pinagdadaanan ni Ka yun is nga everyday nakikita mo yung tao tapos bigla na lang mawawala sa buhay. The shock to your system. Kaya ganun ka tumatak yun.
Tapos nag-transition into nag-graduate na kayo so you don't really see each other daily anymore. Parang it's an opening for mga ganyan, mga ghosting na parang it's an opportunity for people to cease communication with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindi katulad ngayon na, you met somebody online. It's just online. It's another
Yeah.
side.
But really, kasi to begin with, talaga, mababa na talaga yung confidence level ko nun. And experiencing those, it really took a hit. Parang nabugbog ni Pacquiao. Parang ganun. As in KO. Whenever I talk to people, I can't look them in the eyes. Like, as in,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to experience that.
At the end kasi, some friendships take effort. Yun, nung transitioning ng ganyan. I mean, just where we are right now. Yun nga, kami ni Ka, we're real, yung talagang best friend kami. Minsan-minsan na lang rin kami makapag-usap. It really takes effort to keep and maintain friendships.
Yeah.
And
then, siguro talaga nasasaktan kasi yung nga, feel mo, hindi nila binilik yung effort.
Yeah.
Pero, di ba, you would realize din na parang, syempre, as we go, you meet people and then you lose people. So, technically, hindi rin talaga kasi lahat ng friendships made to last.
Yeah.
And we have to be okay with that. Kasi, ibig sabihin talaga, hindi talaga, like, itong mga tao na to, they're good for this season of your life. And then, if you find out later on, or if you realize na as you go, as you move on to another season of your life, and then parang wala na sila, then it only means na yung purpose nila sa buhay mo is only for that particular season.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people or anything like that. Maybe it just means that they may be good people to, or good friends to some other people, but to you, baka yun nga, yung role nila, tapos na. But of course, back then, I didn't see it like that. What hurt me the most was that I didn't know the reason.
Pero if given a chance, would you still want to find out the reason why? Tulad ni Miko, di ba? Sabi niya after how many years, nakita niya ulit yung girl, and then he went straight up to her to ask her na, why did you do that?
Or what was the trigger? Yun lang. Pero wala. What was the trigger?
For me, it would be nice, I think it would be nice to finally find out why. But not really something na patay akong malaman. Kasi,
Hindi naman.
kasi it comes with ano din naman eh. Basta my conscience is clear. I know I
Mhm.
didn't do or say anything naman that might trigger that. So, okay na ako.
Uh-huh.
Okay na ako dun. I think it comes din talaga with conscience.
In a lot of things naman, usually ganun siya. At least, you know that you did your part.
Oo.
Na you tried, you put in the effort, and then kung hindi bumalik sa'yo, then it's not on you anymore. Basta you did what you
Basta
had to
you gave
do.
yourself the chance and you gave them the chance then to maybe. Pero kung if they did not take it, that's not on you. So, on that
Yeah.
note, is ghosting ever okay? Ako, personally, I think okay siya if there's like a valid enough reason.
Like yung mga sample
Oo.
that you cited, those I think are valid.
It's not like hindi nila alam kung bakit I suddenly just stopped responding. They know.
Yeah.
So, I think in those moments, okay lang siya. But then again, it depends on the person din nga, di ba? Baka sa'yo okay, pero it's not okay. Kasi there are acceptable ways naman of ghosting. I guess. Parang may etiquette pa rin.
Ghosting is a useful tool. Kasi yun na lang yun. Kung, at sa konsensya mo, kung makokonsensya ka sa ghosting mo.
Explain mo nga, why would you say it's a useful tool?
If most people value the opinion of others too much, parang masyadong nakafocus dun sa sarili nila. Kung hindi pasok tong taong to sa buhay mo, why do you need that in your life? Just leave it behind.
Pero tulad nga ng sabi mo, syempre, at that point na ginost ka, you don't feel this way.
Yun nga, but at the end, na-realize ko, that was me just putting unrealistic standards upon other people. Diba? If it comes down to it naman talaga, kaya naman tayo ginaghost ng mga tao kasi yun nga, there wasn't enough investment na or not important enough to you na yun talaga. We just have to understand that people will do what they do. Sometimes it's not really about you, about what they feel. Kasi yun nga, tayo, sobrang sakit ng mga bagay na important sa atin. Pero pag hindi important sa atin, parang wala lang yung ginawa natin.
What if hindi siya important sa'yo, pero important ka pala sa kanya?
Hindi ko naman alam yun eh. At the end, yun nga, yung nagsabi, yung role nila sa buhay mo tapos na.
Yeah, oo. Parang yun lang talaga yung purpose nila. To help you maybe in that particular season ng buhay mo.
Yeah, and this is something I realized then after na some people leave or some people ghost you to make way for those people who will actually stay in your life, who actually want to be in your life. So, yeah, I guess it's just a way of life.
Mm-hmm. Sa akin naman, generally speaking, I would say na ideally hindi ginagawa. Kasi bottom line is, it's about respecting the other person. Like, respecting the other person's feelings, the other person's time and efforts. For me, personally, if as much as possible naman, it's better sana if we can break it to the person nicely. And yung ghosting naman kasi, ano lang yun eh, parang, for some kasi, di ba, you're uncomfortable to talk about feelings. So, if we can overcome that, then, why not? Pero, there are also situations naman na I feel like, okay lang din naman yung mang-ghost, lalo na if very persistent to the point na sobra-sobra na hindi pa rin, can take a hint pa rin talaga. So, that's the next best thing that you can do.
So, ang ating bottom line is, it depends na naman.
It's a yes nga.
Just as,
It's a yes.
It's a yes with,
reservations.
With further explanation.
Yes, with reservations. We have to be realistic then. Na, yun nga, there are really some instances ghosting is really useful. And is justified.
Oh. Sige, ganito na lang. The bottom line with regards to ghosting is, if the person that you ghosted is still trying to reach out to you, questioning as to why you're no longer responding, so you have this sense na, oh, this person still wants to find out. He wants to know the reason. So kung ganun yung situation, for me, might as well give the person the answer to their question. Parang don't ignore them naman completely kasi they want to find
Yeah.
out the reason. And as for those people na, okay, you ghosted them, hindi ka na nag-respond, tapos hindi na rin naman nag-reach out,
Yeah.
then okay na yun.
I think yun nga ang bottom line dito is yung level nga ng emotional attachment mo. Kasi people time to people and things na gusto talaga nila, na they give importance to.
Yeah, that
It matters to them, that they give priority. Kung hindi ka binibigyan ng time of the day,
alam mo na.
it's reality, right? I mean, ganun din naman. I think lahat ng tao ganun
Yeah.
eh. So not that you're busy, maraming ginagawa. It's just that it's not your priority.
So ano na lang, ghosting is sometimes okay naman and beneficial to certain people in
Yeah.
certain situations, but use it with caution.
And if you can naman, at least try to understand, try to gauge kung yung person na yun ba, gusto ba niya ng explanation or ayaw niya ng explanation. Kasi it depends on that din. Pero yun nga, pag tinanong ka, sabihin mo kung bakit.
Oo.
So,
Respect na lang. Bottom line, respect each
yeah,
other.
and like in all things, use it in moderation.
Feeling ko yun talaga kasi na parang for a lot of people, I'm sure they find it useful din talaga in certain situations. Pero parang be responsible. Use responsibly.
Parang
ganun.
ano pa pero-promote natin dito? Use responsibly, use in moderation.
Hindi. Too much of anything is bad. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Wag mo lang siguro wag mo lang i-abuse. Wag mong sadyain to use it to hurt people. I guess yun yung bottom line. So that concludes our topic on ghosting. Thank you for joining us in our Halloween episode.
Yeah, talaga.
Yes, this is our Halloween
Yeah.
episode.
So, I'm sure, ghost is something that anybody can relate to. So, if you guys have like any stories or experiences, please feel free to write it down on the comment section or send us an email at jkallday0821@gmail.com.
Okay,
Thank
thank you, Miko, for joining us today. Anyway, that's it for today. This is Jay,
This is Kay.
JK All Day, signing out. Bye!